So guys, I've got some great news. Ret Paladin is finally getting the buff that they really needed and, quite frankly, deserved. I think it's great how the community has just actually come together and actually succeeded in encouraging Blizzard to make class changes to Classic WoW, which is just something I'm pretty sure up until now is unheard of apart from the Unholy DK nerf. This could have something to do with the fact that Brian Birmingham has left as the lead dev for Classic WoW. Maybe he was a bit of a stubborn dev, I don't know. But it could be something like that. People have highlighted the issues that Ret Paladin have, in Discords, on the forums, and obviously in videos. I did actually send my video to Blizzard on Discord, so hopefully that did help out a little bit. Because the problem was, Ret Paladin was, in the eyes of most players, just simply in an unplayable state. So you're probably wondering, how good are the buffs? Well, it's roughly going to be a 10% damage buff overall, so this will put Ret Paladin on the same level as a Fury Warrior or a Feral Druid. So once Rets have got geared up from Ulduar, there will definitely be a middle of the pack DPS that brings loads of utility and support to the raid, and therefore just a great addition to every single raid, and I think most raids should definitely bring one, especially if you need to fill up those Paladin buffs anyway. So what are the changes? Well, first of all, you're getting Glyph of Reckoning, which is a totally new glyph that prevents Glyph of Reckoning from taunting. This means that Ret Paladins can actually use the spell, and because it just deals damage and it's totally off the global cooldown, you can macro it into every single one of your spells, and you will just use it on cooldown. It also scales with 50% of your attack power, so really it is just free damage. You won't even notice it's there, it won't change the rotation of a spell priority in any way. And it will be so good that it's going to be a totally mandatory glyph. It's also really going to help with your burst when switching target, because you can use this ability before you get into melee range, since it is actually a ranged ability. So say for instance you have to run to a different target to deal with an ad, well before you can get there you can do a little bit of damage. Very similar for instance to how a Death Knight uses Icy Touch. There's also a change to Seal of Vengeance and how it applies its dot, Holy Vengeance, because now it will apply on Crusader Strike and Divine Storm, which allows you to ramp it up faster and therefore use Avenging Wrath even sooner in a fight. And this is also great for switching targets because it means that that dot ramps up faster. And when you use Divine Storm, it will actually apply the dot to everyone affected by Divine Storm. And this also means now that when you're dealing with just 2 targets, you're actually going to stick to Seal of Vengeance, rather than switching to Seal of Command. But when there's 3 targets, then yeah, you're definitely going to be using Seal of Command. Now, what I find really hilarious about these changes is that these are direct ideas from the big brains on the Light Club Discord, which is basically the more specialist version of the Paladin Discord, like Surveillance and Terran, who had a main Giga Chads over there. They actually had these ideas, like these exact ideas. So it wouldn't surprise me if Blizzard actually went onto the Light Club Discord to get ideas, or they watched one of their videos talking about it to copy-paste their idea. And I really like this because I think this is a little moment where you can actually say World of Warcraft has been made by gamers. Because video games should be made by avid and enthusiastic gamers, not accountants. Now, these changes will not make the Ret Paladin ludicrously overpowered, especially when they get into the Trial of the Grand Crusader and ICC phase. That is what the big brains are predicting anyway, but at the end of the day, we do not have a time machine. We have absolutely no idea how good Ret Paladin is going to be in Icecrown Citadel now, because a lot of people are claiming, yeah, Ret Paladin are so good in Icecrown Citadel, and other people are saying that's copium and they're not going to be that good. My response to that is, bro, you don't have a time machine. You can look at how good Ret Paladins were back in the day, but there isn't enough good Warcraft log data. In fact, there's none, apart from some websites that did log some data. Simple fact is, there's just not enough data to make any accurate arguments. And anyway, now, with these changes, we have absolutely no idea without a time machine, because now, Endgame Wrath of Lich King Classic is a totally different product for Ret Paladin than it was originally in Wrath of the Lich King Classic, and the same goes for private servers. It's a totally different product. So we have absolutely no idea how good we are going to be until Icecrown Citadel is released or a very accurate sim is made. By the way guys, just before I jump off the video, I'm doing a challenge on Twitch to level my character all the way to level 60 in Classic Era without dying. It's called a Hardcore Challenge, you may or may not have heard of it. And to make it as difficult as possible, I am going to be doing a warrior, so be sure to give me a quick follow on Twitch, it'll always be in the description of this video. And if you're watching this video, I'm probably live right now actually, because I intend to go live straight after making this video. Anyway guys, until my next video, ciao.